Good afternoon. My topic is Tale of Tub and the crisis of human understanding in the 18th century. Personal information and academic information. Table of contents. Research question. How does Jonathan Swift research question and hypothesis? How does Jonathan Swift use the messy style and crazy narrator of A Tale of Tub to satire the 18th century Anglican Enlightenment belief that individual reason and science can solve everything. A hypothesis. Schiff used the narrator's madness and change important idea into silly object to show that trusting only you on reason leads to confuse and intellectual choice. The book forces the reader to stop the choice and use common sense to understand the real message. Introduction. Today, our going to explore A Tale of Tub by Jonathan Swift. Strange, funny, and deeply clever books. Swift wrote it during the 18th century, a time when people were putting a lot of faith in reason, science, and personal opinions. But Swift was not convinced this new way of thinking was always helpful. In fact, he thought it might be leading people away from truth, tradition, and even sanity, uh, defining the crisis of understanding. The enlightenment, enlightenment, big idea. In the 18th century, people believed human reason could solve all problem and replace old form of authority like religion or kings. What went wrong? This overconfidence in reason led to confuse and fear. To many opinions, people start debating if truth was even possible. Men thinking reason became disconnect from reality, loss of tradition. People reject past wisdom in fear of new untested idea. Main target of concern, scientific and philosopher like Locke and Bacon. The rise of chaotic commercial print culture, extreme religious emotion replacing structure, faith. Swift told the modern author. The narrator is Job. Swift does not argue directly. He creates crazy, foolish. A narrator how so what's wrong with modern thinking. Mindness as a message. The narrator himself say his brain is out of place. Swift us this to show that the logical of modern thinker is intellectual mindness. The form reflects the problem. The book is full of messy introduction, tangents, and interpretation. This mirrors the chaotic state of modern truth. Key idea self satire. The book's confused structure is part of the job. It shows how knowledge has become messy and unreliable, making fun and religion. Peter, Martin, and Jack. The story, three brothers inherit quotes symbolizing religious belief and will, the Bible. Over time, they argue and change the quotes to fit a new fashion. The joke behind it better adds unless decoration Jack become wild and tears his coat. Martin tears to stay in between message. Religious has lost meaning. People follow fashion and feeling instead of truth. Extreme satire, Jack's spirit. Jack's belief in spiritual truth. Steve mocks the idea that personal feeling are the more reliable than tradition or decorum. Uh, okay, attacking modern science and abstract theories. Making fun of science, Swift mocks the new idea the knowledge comes only from facts and experiment. The narrator sought saying, do not lead truth, they so confused. The idealist find a worshipper, their thinking mind is divine. It's symbolic for empathy, theory, lots, lots of noise, but not real meaning. The digestion jokes, the narrator talk about food and digestion to direct the readers. It mock the idea that we can understand the world just by looking at the physical process. Overall point, modern thinker mistakes surface level observation for deep truth. What Shift want from the rider? The rider role, Shift narrator charming, the but unreliable Shift want you to not the mindness and reject it. Why this is different? Author writer use a gentle satire. Shift is sharp and personal. He want to challenge the rider's ego. How the rider fix the problem by seeing truth the narrator's mindness, the rider learning to trust common sense. This is how Swift help bring back order the truth. Conclusion: Jonathan Swift show us how essay is for human reason to go wrong when it spirit, spirited from tradition, common sense, and moral responsibility. His crazy narrators, the chaotic from from the book, and the attack on science and religion, and point to deeper crisis. The fear that knowledge without wisdom and can lead to madness. But Shiv does not give up on truth. Instead, he hands the responsibility to us, the readers, by saying through the nonsense we are remember the hold on reason with humility to value tradition and to thinking clearly in a noisy world. This is my references and thank you. Any question?
My question is that how does Swift satirize the 18th century faith in empirical observation and new science, especially through the tales digressions?
Uh, See, a mock by reduce abstract theories There is to physical, such as the wind, perceiving, Eloise list. He also used great materials details to satirize the ideas, the truth, understanding can slow, slowly from observing the material world.
What is the central diagnosis Swift makes about the Enlightenment unchecked reason, and what is his cure?
Shift is unchecked subjective reason leads to mindness and fancy cure is a force reader to reject this choice, restore their reliance and common sense, stable tradition. Thank you from my side.